snt-networks. In today's video, we have yet another topic. Again, it's sort of a module of a topic, wherein in interviews or even in daily life, like we know what is SD WAN, right? It's software-defined WAN or a software-defined network. It's a type of software-defined network. But why do we use it? What are the benefits? Correct. So in traditional times, right, what used to happen was we used to have a simple network wherein if we have these users, okay, just for example, we have access switches, okay, so we'll have connections like this. These are your access switches, okay. Then you would have your distribution switches, wherein again, okay, similarly, connection here, okay. Then from your distribution switches, probably you would be connected to router, okay, correct, and then your router would be connected to a firewall. Correct. This was your usual setup. And then for accessing or configuring any devices, so these are your access switches, these are your distribution switches. Correct. For accessing any device, what we used to do was we used to basically go ahead, use a computer, right, connect it to a particular device, correct, XYZ, configure it, and then we used to make sure that the routing and everything is in place, everything is working fine, correct. But this was very tiresome. You manually have to, first is you have to manually do the configuration, correct. Second, Second part is once you have done the configuration manually, the cost is too high. Like you might need to add a computer every to every device if you want it to be quick, or then or you won't want a person to be there physically to connect your console cable to each and every device. Correct? By the way, these are your users. So this was one of the factors. Third, you would not have any centralized control, distributed control. Correct? But this was not extensive. Like you can't extensively you know You can't extensively go in configuration every device. Correct? Because this was too time taking. Correct? Now, your setup is going to be the same. Okay. You don't have to do anything to the setup. But what SD WAN will do for you is this will again come in the benefits. What SD WAN will do for you basically is you will have a centralized control. Your SDN controller, let me just write it. Your SDN controller is here. Okay. Or you can say that your SDN controller is here. Using your SDN controller, you can map it to your firewall. You can map it, with uh, all the other devices. Correct. Now, what you have to do is you have to just put a minimal configuration here. Okay. On the SDN itself, you can map, or what you can do is the best part, the way in practical world how it's done is on the SDN controller itself, you can map all the other devices. So once a new device is added, just for example, a new device is so first we'll talk about extensibility. Okay. So once a new device is added, you just have to put very small, very simple, basic. Just like for example, if this device is added, okay, you just have to put very minimal configuration, mapping it towards the controller. So you will have an edge device or controller in the network, okay, which will be directly mapped to the SDN, which will give the network access to the SDN controller. Because this is centralized solution, mostly it will be cloud. Okay. So there will be an edge device here in the network. Okay, and everything for the SDN will be routed from the edge device. Okay, sometimes it's called lightweight controller, sometimes it's called edge devices, depending on the vendor. So you can just have to put minimal configuration here. What minimal configuration is? You just have to give it an IP address and make sure it gets mapped to the SDN controller. It knows the SDN controller. So once it Once it's able to reach the SDN control, there will be a network, or there will be a connection between the SDN controller, okay, and the I mean between the end device and the SDN. So now I'm talking about switch just for example, but yeah, you will maintain a connection between the SDN, or you can call it SD WAN now, between the SD WAN and the SD WAN central solution and the end client. So once you have that connection from the SD WAN itself, you can push the configuration, which will help you configure the device properly. We also have prompts such as once a new device is connected, give it a minimal configuration of XYZ. Then you can go ahead and also configure in categories. If it's this switch, or if it's PE, right, or if it's CE, or if it's a route reflector, accordingly, you can put in categories and then you can give the configuration. So first was extensibility, correct? Second point. So first was extensibility. Second is centralized solution. Now you have one device from where you can have a very specific dashboard. From that dashboard, you can access what's the CPU of all the devices, what's the memory, what's the disk allocation, which one is not upgraded to date, which is upgraded to date, correct? You can see which one is down, you can see alerts. So you have a centralized solution, correct? So you have a centralized solution for that. Third point is you have, again, like I told you, automatic configuration. Extensibility is basically a higher version of automatic configuration where you can add different sites together. You can add one AS with another. You can basically say that, but not exactly AS, one network with the other network. Correct. Then you have cost is low. You don't have to ask an engineer or an IT engineer to every time go and create or connect the device with a console cable. Correct, because it will it takes a lot of time and money. So with this, we have less time. Okay, let's just less time to configure. So cost is low. How is cost low? Because you don't have to ask the engineer to basically directly go and connect all the devices with the console cable so that you can configure. It saves a lot of time. Correct. And the best part from my end is upgrade. Usually in networks, right, you will have users with more than like companies with even in medium scale, you will have employees with more than 500 devices. Correct. Total number of devices will be usually 5,000 or 500 or whatever. Usually 5,000. Correct. So in this case, you can't really go ahead and upgrade one by one. Correct. You can't do that. Or if I'm talking about routers, just routers or switches or firewalls, you can't upgrade it one by one. So the best part this DN will do is you can basically push an upgrade from the SDN to all the devices. Correct. You can choose a downtime. So traditionally, what we used to do is we used to tell all the engineers that this weekend from it will be a downtime or a maintenance activity from 2 p.m. EST to 10 p.m. EST. We used to take 5 or 6 or 10 hours of downtime, correct? And then we used to do it one by one. But now we can push it all at the same time. So if the downtime for one device is 1 or 2 hours, the total downtime will come down from 10 hours to 2 hours. You understand my point? You can push it all at the same time. But yeah, ideally we do it in batches. Correct. We'll put upgrade on this one first, then this one first, and this one first. But yeah, actually what happens is it does save you a lot of time. So ideally you'll come down 10 to 4 or 10 to 5. That's it. So this is why these are the few reasons and benefits of using SD-WAN. This is why I actually like SD-WAN. We prefer SD-WAN because of these few reasons, correct? And it also helps you save time while. So it starts from configuration, then centralized. It starts from centralized solution, then configuration, then you know uh, basically upgrade activities, and also with the it helps you with the cost as well. So these are the few reasons. I hope this video was helpful. And if you have any questions, then we will also have, because we are discussing couple of modules right now, specific modules which probably I would have missed in the previous video. So we are discussing that, and later on we'll again go into depth and configuration part as well. Thank you.